What's going on, guys? Mountaineer Mitch here, bringing you the post-game video for West Virginia versus Texas Tech. Final score: West Virginia 37, Texas Tech 34. Now, Texas Tech is a way better football team than Kansas, and I knew that coming in. The defense played a lot better, and the offense played a lot better, capitalizing on their opportunities, especially in the first half. Penalties were very, very good for Texas Tech, and mistakes were a lot less given up than what they have been in the past. Now, Texas Tech and Davis Webb are they're a very good team. They just don't have the playmaking ability to beat the teams they need to beat. They remind me a lot of West Virginia last year's, where they're always in the game and then find a way to lose it. And they've only been blown out, I believe, once. Well, not really a blowout. I think Kansas State might have gave it to them a little bit, but they were in the game at the end. Now, West Virginia, and I said this, if Kansas was a little bit better, then they would have lost. West Virginia would have lost to Kansas, or made it closer than what the scoreboard looked like. Now, we're not going to go around kicking field goals and trying to beat Big 12 teams. This is not the Big 10. This is not the Big East. The Big East days are over. We have to put points on the board. Running the ball on 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 12 will not win in the Big 12. You have to be able to throw the ball. But the first time, Holgorsen, I can understand. Maybe they catch him off guard. The second time on 3rd and 12, it don't matter if they did. If you did catch him off guard, they're still fast enough and athletic enough to make the tackle for the first down. And then they run it again on 3rd and 7, which doesn't make any sense. That air raid offense is made to pass the ball. Even if you don't have a running back, then it's supposed to be short passes. Now, West Virginia has a couple good running backs, but they're not good enough. The offensive line is still not good enough and up to par enough to where they believe they can run the ball on 3rd and 7. Now, in the second half, Texas Tech forgot everything that they learned and went back to the way they played at the beginning of the season. And that one drive, they had like 4 penalties. And I'm like, man. Now we cannot win games. West Virginia cannot be able to win games on just believing this team or any other team just because they've had troubles in the past. Going to depend on their mistakes. And then it happens. They had all those penalties. It really hurt them. Now, West Virginia, this is Baylor next, and they have Oklahoma State. Now, those games are very, very tough. Yes, we have Baylor at home, but Baylor come back somehow, some way against TCU. And Oklahoma State squeaked by with Kansas, but that doesn't mean they're not going to come out and play hard. I mean, that is the thing. I don't understand why West Virginia isn't capitalizing on their way. I don't know if we didn't have enough time to prepare, but if we play like we played against Alabama, there shouldn't be anybody else in this conference. Now, what I'm afraid of, they're going to be in this conference that should be able to touch us. But what I'm afraid of is Alabama's not very good in the Big 12. Almost everybody in the Big 12 is good enough to beat us any given time. Now, I know that. I know that anybody in the Big 12 is able to knock off anybody else in the Big 12. It's really hard to be in the Big 12 and go undefeated because everybody else is so good. Now, this is going off on another rant. I need to get back to the game. Now, in the second half, we started able to complete things and Special teams, surprisingly today, special teams did not kill us, which I was shocked. We did muff a punt, I believe, but we did not allow a big return either way. And Texas Tech does have guys that can explode on us. So I'm really surprised and really happy that we didn't let special teams kill us. Now, Cliff Kingsbury and David Webb did a good job as whenever, they were calling it out on the TV, and I could obviously see it as, you put two safeties up top, they're going to run the ball at you. Because Washington, and I feel bad because I don't remember the other running back's name, did a very good job of running the ball when they needed to. Hell, we made Texas Tech run the ball more than they've ran all season. And that might be a good thing, and it is a bad thing also. If our run defense isn't that good, then that shows that, or if they find that our run defense isn't that good, that just goes to show that, they're able to run it on us. And they were. They did have a big 60-yard run there. I believe it was 60 yards. Right up the middle. And just caught opposition. We just can't do that. In the first half, everything was clicking for Tech. They were, I think it was like 21-10. And, man, they looked good. They looked good. And then the second half, they just fell apart, And the thing about West Virginia is this year they have not gave up. They fought to the very end. They believed they could play with any team, and they fought to the end. And I'm so happy about that. Josh Lambert ended up kicking 2 game-winning field goals, and this game was one of them. Kicked a 55-yard field goal. Holy cow, could I not watch. It was a good game. Texas Tech, they're going to be okay if they let Kingsbury get his guys in there and get his people set and, where they need to be and how he wants to run that. But this year it just seems like the talent-wise isn't all that there. They do get hyped to play, and they were hyped, and especially at home in their environment. And I give it to West Virginia too. Going to Texas Tech and winning on the road is a pretty big achievement, taking into consideration that West Virginia doesn't play very good on the road. But West Virginia ended up pulling this one by a slim margin. West Virginia had a couple opportunities to bust this game wide open, and also Texas Tech had a lot of opportunities to also bust this game open. These two teams are very even. They look like they're going in separate directions right now, but I know that Texas Tech's going to be better in the future, so they're not somebody to overlook. Next year, I don't know, but the year to that for sure, they should be on top as long as they let Kingsbury stay there and do his thing. For West Virginia, going forward, I think Texas Tech plays Kansas next. Going forward, they should end up winning that one and getting off their Big 12 slump. Kansas did play very good today, but West Virginia going forward playing Baylor, very, very tough. West Virginia is at home, so that makes it a better opportunity. But this Baylor team is still one of the best. Has a very good Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback, Bryce Petty, and Arboros always has his defense ready. And they look pretty good. Man, this video has been going on for a while. But my final statement, a win is a win. And it looked bad. West Virginia does have to make some changes. But, what else can you do when you're facing a pretty good team like Texas Tech that just missed it by a little bit today? And I feel bad for those kids because both teams played their hearts out there, and just one of them has to walk away with the victory. And today it was West Virginia. So, and all in all, that's really about it. Come back for my pregame video. Should have it out hopefully by Wednesday if I can get the time around to do that. But there will be a pregame video for Baylor, and that's really about it. Mountaineer Mitch signing out. Peace.